Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name's Kemal AA and this is another Chelsea transfer news video for you guys. Pardon me. Welcome to another video of mine. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts, opinions, and Jesus, this is a terrible intro.
A few moments later.
This is another Chelsea transfer news video for you guys, where I'll keep you guys up to date with all the latest Chelsea news in the past 24 hours. Some big news stories. Chelsea have made a manager shortlist, and also rumours about Tuchel and Allegri have been contacted. Their agents have been contacted, according to the reliable Christian Falk. And finally, we'll be finishing off the video with links with Kepa Alonso moves away from the club to the likes of Atletico Madrid. But before I do get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Without further, let's get straight into today's video. And I'll start off with the biggest news story of this video, and that is of course the managerial situation. I keep feeling as though I'm repeating myself a lot. I am, and because the truth of the matter is Lampard is under serious pressure. That is why I keep talking about the situation, and I'm just giving you guys all the latest news, and that is literally the latest news. And it was reported and broken by this morning by Christian Falk that Chelsea have conducted and constructed a shortlist if things go south with Frank Lampard. Now initially, Christian Falk, who is the writer for CF Bayern, a very reliable journalist, German journalist, got the Kai Havertz news story correct, the Timo Werner stuff. Anything related to the Bundesliga, he's spot on. He is the most reliable source out of Germany. Now, when it comes to English news, he's not the most reliable because he has sources and contacts within England, but it's not the most reliable. But when it's specifically in the Bundesliga, the German league, any German players or German, spokespeople, he is the most reliable. So take this news legitimately. And he is essentially stressed that Chelsea have made non-binding contact with the management of Thomas Tuchel and Max Allegri. Now that is quite interesting. He then went on to say that Chelsea have also made a shortlist which does consist of Thomas Tuchel, Max Allegri, Brendan Rodgers, Ralph Hasenhüttl, Julian Nagelsmann, and those are the 5 that are currently on the shortlist. Now, I've made a few tactical nice videos on all of these managers. Apart from Brendan Rodgers, I've made it, a tactical nice video on every single one of them because you guys have requested it, and I've given you guys my thoughts tactically. So I don't need to delve into what the manager would bring to Chelsea because I've already done videos on that. So if you're interested in that, scroll through my playlist. But essentially, my thoughts, opinions on this news. Now, number one, this is a bit of a no-brainer. Chelsea are obviously going to construct a shortlist, especially after the Man City defeat. The Athletic came out of a report. Roman is already looking to sack Lampard, and that we're already making phone calls to various managers' representatives and their reps to, see if, essentially look at their availability and how much they would cost if they're free agents, essentially. But of course, we haven't got a first choice. That's essentially what Christian Falk is stressing here. We haven't got a first choice manager. That is still in the works because, Lampard is still given an opportunity to turn it around. We've got a massive game against Fulham and Leicester. If he wins against Fulham and Leicester, these talks will be forgotten for now, right? For now, especially. If he loses to Fulham, I definitely fear that Lampard will be sacked. I generally don't see a way in which he survives the job if he loses to Fulham. Apologies. Even if we draw to Fulham, it's an embarrassment of a result. So for me, I do see Thomas Tuchel, Max Allegri, and it's really interesting that Chelsea have already contacted the management of Thomas Tuchel, Max Allegri. Now, what are my thoughts on it? Max Allegri, big no. I've already stressed this in my previous videos. Big no, and it's not because he's a bad manager. You look at his trophy cabinet, what he's won, his past achievements. Very impressive CV. What he's done with AC Milan, Juventus, and he also got Sassuolo promoted back in his early days as well. So again, you can't discredit it at all. He's been very good tactically. He's impressive. However, Chelsea have dealt with Italians in the past, i.e. Conte and Sarri. And, there has been reports that do Chelsea want to deal with another Italian? That is another question. But also it comes to the question, his style of football. If you appoint a manager like Max Allegri, and this is a question that I'm posing to you guys as well. What do you do with all our attacking talent? Because he's a very structured defensive manager who likes to play in deep blocks and counter-attacking football. You're going to be returning to the Jose Mourinho, Antonio Conte. Now, not all of you guys want instant success, and I understand that, but I don't think it's sustainable. It's not. We've already seen it with defensive football. It's not sustainable. It will last for a couple of seasons, but then after the first season, things will go south. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. It's not sustainable. We've spent all this money on attacking talent, and on the Sarri and Lampard, we've been looking at progressive attacking, counter-pressing football, and now you're going to throw all 3 of those years away, all that money away, £250 million to return back to your defensive counter-attacking days. I don't think it's sustainable, I don't think it's realistic, and I don't think it's smart whatsoever, because we'll be sitting here in 2 years' time talking about the same thing again, looking for a new manager, and we're going to waste all that talent, and you're going to have a lot of attacking talent unhappy. That is my biggest worry of Max Allegri. I'm not doubting his credibility, I'm not doubting his past season. It's just the style of football he would bring. And also the fact he's been out of management for a long time as well. Thomas Tuchel is my first choice. Again, I've already stressed this. Proven winner, done fantastic things at Mainz, getting him promoted, getting him to the Europa League. Amazing when he's at Dortmund, winning them a trophy. Development such as Ousmane Dembele, Pulisic, Aubameyang. PSG's most successful manager ever. Ligue 1's most successful manager, won the domestic quadruple, got to the Champions League final. Yes, he does have an issue with dealing with the politics of the club. However, I think that if he can have a good working relationship with the hierarchy, and remember in 2017, Mourinho was really impressed in an interview with Thomas Tuchel. So I think there is potential here. Again, there is cons and negatives regarding Thomas Tuchel, but I think that, and Thomas Tuchel wants to manage Chelsea as well. He's already stressed that he wants to get straight back into management. It really depends. As I said, there's not a single first choice right now. Thomas Tuchel is definitely a possibility, but the two most likely at the moment looks like is Thomas Tuchel and Max Allegri. And as I stressed, you've got the shortlist of Julian Nagelsmann, but then Nagelsmann's not available in season. And then you've got Brendan Rodgers. Again, he's unrealistic in my personal opinion because of his comments in previously, and all the reports have stated that's not realistic. Hasenhüttl's another one, but would he leave Southampton mid-season? Again, for me, Thomas Tuchel, Max Allegri are the most realistic because they are free agents. They both haven't got current clubs, so they're most easiest to get the deal done with. But that is just my thoughts, opinions. What do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. Now, moving on to the final story of this video, let's talk about the outgoings potentially. And that is on Kepa, Arifa Balaga, and of course Marcos Alonso. Now, it was stated that Marcos Alonso could potentially be leaving in January. I've already made a video on this. Looks like Atletico Madrid are the most interested in securing his services. Of course, we know that he's been out of favour and that he has been essentially shafted in a sense of he's not been getting enough game time. He's had issues with his attitude. And it looks like Marcos Alonso will be heading out the door. Now, reports are saying that Alonso is close to sealing a loan move to Atletico Madrid after being frozen out of the first team by current manager Frank Lampard. A move would be a win for all parties, with Chelsea desperate to trim their wage bills, and this move could prove to be a lifeline for Alonso as he looks to get his career back on track after a 4.5-year spell in West London. Alonso would be a welcome addition for Simeone. He can fill in a variety of positions and systems, as he has shown during his time at Stamford Bridge. There also might be a late twist in the Kieran Trippier saga as well. And regarding Kepa, the issue with Kepa is we haven't got any clubs that are suited for him. You know, we spent a world record £72 million for him, and of course he's been extremely underwhelming, which is an understatement. And we're not even going to get half of that, even if we attempted to sell him, which is what we're doing, but we can't sell him because there's no potential suitors. I think the likes of maybe Sevilla or Valencia will take him on loan for a couple of years with an option to buy. But the only way is we need to understand that Kepa was a massive L. Just cut your losses, cut your ties, and do your best. Simple as that, because it's not good for him and it's not good for us. Financially, it's a massive burden. You know, £72 million. He's on nearly £200,000 a week. Incredible amounts of money, and of course it's not good for his confidence. He needs game time for his development. You know, he's a young keeper, he's 25. Keepers don't hit their prime until a late age, so for me it's hurting him not getting sufficient game time, and of course his confidence is dramatically decreasing week by week. He needs to get sufficient game time, and I think that he has got potential to be a good goalkeeper. I just think that Chelsea is not the club for him. I don't think he'd ever make it at Chelsea. I think that he'd have to go back to Spain, maybe a Sevilla, Valencia, etc. But yeah, like I said, he needs to get his game time. He needs to go on loan. But the main issue of this situation is, you know, there's no suitors for him. There's no current clubs that are interested in securing his services. That's the main issue right now. So I think Alonso is a lot easier because you've got Antonio Conte Inter Milan interested. You've got Simeone at Atletico Madrid interested. But then with Kepa, there's not a single club interested in, you know, acquiring his services. So you have a massive problem and a massive issue there. But we'll have to wait and see. Watch the space on this one. All the latest news is going to be reported straight on this channel, whether that's outgoings, loans, potential signings, managerial situation, clubs' finances. Every single piece of latest news will be uploaded on this channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And finally as well, what manager do you want in charge? Who is your first choice? Is it Nagelsmann? Is it Tuchel? Is it Allegri? If so, who is it? And why? Give me a reasoning as to why you'd want them as your first choice, and I'll be, you know, commenting as well, interacting with you guys. Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.